Yo, it's Rex back. Are you struggling with getting money and always running out of money when you try to spin a fruit? Well, I will show you 5 methods to get a lot of money in Blox Fruits, and I will also show you 3 things you can do with all that extra money. But enough yapping. Let's not waste any more time and move on to method number 1. In order to do this method, you will need to grab a quest for a boss. Next, you're going to kill the boss as quickly as possible. After that, you're going to use the server tab to switch to another server, and you can just repeat the process all over again. That's all of the basics of this method, but if you want to get the most out of it, you should farm the right boss. I will show you the best boss for every C. For the first C, the best boss is by far the Vice Admiral boss. Killing this boss will give you 15,000 money, assuming that you don't have the 2x money game pass. This boss respawns pretty quickly as well, and usually it's already spawned on every first C server. For the second C, the boss you should farm is the Fajita boss. The Fajita boss should be pretty close to your spawn point when you spawn in the green zone, which is incredibly useful for farming. When you kill the boss, you will get 25,000 money without the 2x money game pass. Fun fact, there is a chance of the Fajita boss dropping a sword called the Gravity Cane, which is one of the best swords in the game. For the third C, the boss you should farm is Captain Elephant. When you kill this boss, you will get 40,000 money without using the fruit storage. That is basically it for method number 1. Now we shall move on to the next method. This method is probably the best method to farm money, but unfortunately, you will need to be in the second C or the third C for this method to work in the first place. However, I highly recommend you do this method in the third C. I also recommend using the Awakened Magma Fruit for its OP abilities. The first step to this method is to spawn a boat. Next, you're going to go far from the island. If you're in the third sea, go far from land until you see a sea level icon near your compass. I recommend you go to sea level 1 or 2 for the best results. Next, all you have to do is wait until a sea beast spawns. If a sea beast spawns, it will say sea beast at the top of your screen. Once you manage to kill a sea beast, you will get 100,000 to 200,000 money without the 2x money game pass. Also, the sea beast has a chance of dropping the chopper hat, which will be useful in the next method. If you are in the third sea, there is a chance of an event called Rumbling Waters spawning. When this event occurs, it will spawn 3 sea beasts instead of 1, which means you'll get 3 times the reward of a normal sea beast event. Overall, sea beasts are by far the best money-making method if you have the right setup and enough time. Believe it or not, you can actually make a lot of money from AF King, and let me show you how. Before you do anything, getting a private server or using someone else's private server will be super useful so that you don't die in the middle of AF King. To do this method, you'll have to use the Quake Fruit, and you'll have to fully awaken it. Next, you must be in the third sea. You can also wear the chopper hat to speed up this method. After that, you will need to download and install an auto key presser. I recommend using Tiny Task if you're on a laptop or PC. Once you've downloaded it, make sure to set it to spam the V move. If you're on mobile, set it to spam the Quake V move. Once you've finished setting up your auto key presser, go to the Haunted Castle Island. When you're there, go to the top of a building and stand in a specific spot. Once you're in the right spot, activate your auto key presser. If all goes well, you should see a ton of damage numbers on the left side of your screen. This isn't really a method, but it's still incredibly useful. The 2x money game pass is extremely useful for every method in this video. It literally doubles the money you gain from every source, such as quests and sea beasts. You might think that this game pass is impossible to get unless you spend money, but in fact you can get this game pass for free by trading for it. The 2x money game pass is worth 50 million in trading value, which you can get by trading a leopard and a spirit fruit combined. To find a trade for the 2x money game pass, I recommend using Discord and joining the official Blox Fruits server. Once you've joined, you can start trading there, and with patience, you'll find a trade for the 2x money game pass eventually. We finally made it to the last method. This method is pretty obvious, but to get the most out of it, you will need to use the light fruit. Go to the Haunted Castle Island again. Next, use the light flight ability to get on top of a nest. When you reach the top of the nest, there should be 3 chests. When you drop down, collect the chests. Then, use the server tab to switch to another server and repeat the process. Now that we've covered all the money-making methods, let's talk about things you can buy with your extra money. Endgame items are by far the best items in the game. Some examples are Sanguine Art Fighting Style, Electric Claw Fighting Style, Observation Hacky 5-2, and True Triple Katana. Some of these items will cost 1 to 8 million money, which is a lot for most people, but it will be worth it in the end. These items take you to the next level in all areas of the game, such as PvP and grinding, as they have good synergy with most builds and setups in the game. Spinning fruits is one of the best ways to spend your extra money because you can gain a lot of useful fruits that you can use for PvP, grinding, trading, and buying services. I wouldn't recommend spinning fruits too frequently unless you've unlocked most of the endgame items. Instead of eating your stored fruits, I highly recommend saving them. Be patient and wait until the fruit becomes available to buy at the Blox Fruits dealer. It's a win-win. You get to save fruits for other uses like raid carries or trades, and you get to spend your extra money instead of letting it sit around. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Make sure to comment anything you found useful or share any extra money-making methods you know. Also, make sure to subscribe and like because it helps my channel more than you think, and it keeps me motivated to post new content. Rex out.